officially spring. Thank goodness it isn't winter anymore. I'm not gonna lie, I was so ready for it to be over. And whilst there are things that I love about all of the seasons, I do really like spring. It's starting to get warmer, it's brighter in the mornings, it's also my birthday month in spring. So that's something to look forward to. And also there's loads of flowers. Everything starts to grow. And yeah, I just love spring. I guess going into spring, I do really want to make sure I'm spending as much time outside as possible now that it's getting just that little bit warmer. I also really want to make sure that I'm sticking to my routines, but alongside that, I also really want to prioritize my well-being and self-care. And I feel like I've been quite good with that so far this year for the first quarter, but going forward with the next quarter of the year, I want to be doing that even more than I have been. But isn't that crazy? Like, we are literally a quarter of the way through 2024. It does not feel like it's gonna be April soon already. Like, that's mad. But yeah, I don't really have like a set plan for this video, but there are quite a few things that I know I want to get done before April now that it is officially spring, so hopefully this motivates you to have a reset of your own. Once I've edited this video, I will put the timestamps on the screen for you as well as in the description so you can navigate to certain points as you wish. But I think I want to start this video off with some spring inspiration. So there's two things that I want to do. The first is create like a spring Pinterest board. I haven't done that for any other seasons before, but I feel like I use Pinterest so often. I have Pinterest boards for pretty much everything, so why wouldn't I have them for the seasons? And then I will also make a spring playlist because I haven't updated my playlist since the start of the year, and it's now like 8 hours long because I haven't removed any songs. I just keep adding to it. So I want to make a specific spring playlist with all of the songs that I've been loving recently. So that's what we're going to begin with. Finished my spring Pinterest board. I just added a bunch of photos that I thought kind of represented spring in general as a season, and then some photos that I think represent like what I want to do going into the next quarter of the year. Starting with a couple of quotes relating to spring. I feel like spring as a season, like I said earlier, it is the season of growth, but then as well that could also be seen as like self-growth. And then I also have a couple of like studying or organisation pins because spring for a lot of people is the time where we have exams, and I want to make sure that I am staying on top of everything and prepping for my mocks, which I'll have in June, I think. Then I also have this pin, which is some spring nails. I really like these. If I do end up doing spring nails, I'll be doing them myself, and I don't know if I'd be able to do this one, but I can try, but I really like them. And then this, because I definitely want to be doing some more baking going into the warmer months. This photo is just really cute. I love Greta and Natalie as well, so I would love to recreate that when there's more flowers in the park near my house. And then there's just a bunch of photos of flowers because I feel like that is literally all I think of when I think of spring. I just think of flowers. And then I was also having a look at like spring outfits as well. I really like this one. Same with this as well. I want to know where that top's from. I really like that top. And then loads of pictures of picnics because I definitely want to have loads of picnics in the spring and summer. Maybe not right now because it's still quite cold out, but when we are lucky enough to have a couple of really warm days, then I will definitely be going on picnics. And I also want to go on more bike rides as well. But yeah, that's just kind of an overview of what I've chosen to put in my spring 2024 Pinterest board. But now I'm going to do pretty much the exact same thing but on Spotify with songs. Also, can we just talk about Olivia Rodrigo's new album, Guts Spilled? Why is every single song she writes just the most relatable thing ever? I absolutely love So American. I think it's just great. And Scared of My Guitar, I think that's probably like my all-time favourite song of hers now. I've been binge listening to the entire album, but Scared of My Guitar and So American are my two favourites. I love Stranger as well. I love all of them, to be fair, but I pretty much only listen to Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran now. Ed Sheeran not so much as I used to, but Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift, that is pretty much, that's like 80% of my playlist. I also feel like now that we're getting close to summer, the Mamma Mia music is just going to start. I am literally going to be playing ABBA songs from the Mamma Mia movie constantly, and I don't know if it's actually been confirmed, but I saw this video on TikTok where it was saying that there's going to be a Mamma Mia 3, and if there is, I'll be very, very, very happy. And that is my spring playlist finished. Alright, now that I have my spring playlist and my spring Pinterest board made, I want to start all of my spring cleaning. Because I did my getting out of my slump video like 3 weeks ago, I think it went up, I'm not too sure. But it wasn't that long ago. My room isn't in that much of a need of a clean, to be fair. I've been quite consistent with doing like 5 minutes of cleaning every day. So I'm just going to do a general like dust and vacuum, put away all of the stuff on my bed, and then that's pretty much all it's going to need, to be honest. Having a quick snack break, don't mind me, just procrastinating cleaning by eating food. But on a serious note, these cupcakes, they are so good. My nana bought them for my sister and I, and although this one, the icing's a little bit squashed, they're Easter themed cupcakes. So there were vanilla ones with like yellow icing on top and then little fondant chicks, and then this is supposed to be grass with like little mini eggs on top, but they're so nice. They're really, really sweet, but they're delicious, and I would rather eat cake than clean, so. That's so good. Anyway, I should probably get back to cleaning. Alright, that's my room nice and cleaned. I've dusted and vacuumed, so my carpet is looking so much better. But the last thing I want to do before my room is 100% spotless is change my light up box. But I just want to change it to a spring coat. I don't really know what. Maybe I'll literally just put Hello Spring or something like that. But I just want something other than Happy Galentine's, because that's just old now. It's been like that for, what, nearly 2 months? For the next part of my spring reset, I decided to do some self-care. So I started by just cleansing my face with my regular CeraVe Blemish Control Cleanser. And then I moved on to doing a face mask and then the rest of my regular skincare routine. It was just nice to have the evening to myself, especially since I hadn't done a face mask in quite a while. The face mask that I'm going to use is a tube face mask rather than a sachet, which is what I would typically use. And this is the Boots Cucumber Clay Face Mask. And I haven't used this in ages, but I used to use this all the time. It used to be my go-to because it's only a 3-minute one, so it's much quicker than the others, which typically you have to have one for like 15 to 20 minutes. But I'm just going to apply it with this face mask brush, leave it on for 3 minutes, and then wash it off with water, and I can continue with the rest of my regular skincare routine. I do love this entire like cucumber line though, because all of it's just really cooling. And it's really cheap as well. So this was like the first line of skincare that I got. My mum bought me like the entire set for my 12th birthday. I think it was my 12th or was my 13th? 13th, I think. But she got me like the face wash, the toner, eye gel, moisturising lotion, and this face mask. Obviously not this exact one. I guess it depends on what scents you like, because this has got quite a strong cucumber scent. I mean, yeah, it does smell like cucumber, but I don't mind it. It's not like a harsh or overwhelming scent, you know. I think I'm going to do a second layer because I want it to be a little bit thicker. And of course I'm going to make it into a work of art. There's just something so therapeutic about self-care. I just find when I'm doing loads of things to reset, like cleaning and journaling, which I'll be doing later on in the video, it's nice to also have a reset in terms of like self-care as well. There we are. I know I look a bit crazy right now, but I'm going to wait for this to dry, even if it takes slightly more than 3 minutes, and then we can wash it off. I feel like this is one of those stereotypical face masks. When you see cartoons or movies when people have face masks on and everyone gets scared because they look like aliens, this is it. That is what I am embodying right now. Yeah, it's a look, that's for sure. And for the final part of the self-care section of this video, I'm just going to do my regular nighttime skincare routine. I've dimmed all of the lights in my room, which I always do when I'm winding down for bed anyway, because I just feel like it makes the entire room more cozy. And I'm just going to use all of the products that I would usually use at night, but my skin is feeling so soft after using that face mask. Final part of this spring reset, now that we are a quarter of the way through the year, I want to do a goals check-in. At the start of the year in my New Year's reset, I wrote down in this journal a bunch of prompts and then like goals and New Year's resolutions that I wanted to achieve this year. So I'm just going to go through all of them and just write down in the journal how far through with each goal I am. I think it's just good to keep track of it as the year goes on, because there might be certain goals that I've been working towards and others that I've forgotten about. So I'm just going to write in this journal, and then once I've done that I can talk through a couple of them with you. Okay, so I've gone through all of the goals, and overall so far it's been a good start to pretty much all of them. The first was to have a good sleep schedule. That is something that I haven't really been very consistent with, so that is what I can focus on. The second was to read 12 fiction books and 5 non-fiction books. So far I've read 5 fiction and I've started 1 non-fiction. It's very likely that I will get to that goal by the end of the year. The third goal was to reach 1.5k subscribers on YouTube, and we are so close to 500 subscribers now, which is really exciting. So I'm doing really well with that as well. My fourth goal was to journal this year more often than I did last year, and I got myself the 5-minute journal at the start of this year, and I've written in that every single morning and every single night since the 1st of January without fail. So that, I've absolutely aced that so far. The fifth goal was to exercise more. I've been running with the Couch to 5k program since the start of the year, and I've also started going to an exercise class on a Thursday with my mum, which has been really good fun. The sixth was to stay on top of my schoolwork. I've written down here that I think I need to focus more of my time and energy on my schoolwork. I've not been doing badly, but I think if I put more time and energy into it, I could do better. So with that in mind, I know that I should be prioritizing that more. The seventh was to save more money, and I've been putting money aside from my part-time job, so I've definitely been consistent with putting money aside each month from my work. I work as a part-time waitress, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. And number 8 was to prioritize myself, do more self-care, that sort of thing. And although I have been doing lots of self-care, for instance, I had that self-care night which I filmed a video for, I definitely think I could do more of it. I have been quite stressed lately, and I definitely think I need more time to myself. But that's the thing, I find it really hard sometimes because I say I want to spend more time with my schoolwork, I want to spend more time for YouTube, I want to spend more time prioritizing myself. Where do I get those extra hours? That's what I'm struggling with at the moment. But that's what I do want to focus on, like establishing routines so that I have enough time for each of those things. But so far, that's a relatively good start to the year. And all of those goals I'm at least somewhat working towards anyway. But yeah, that was the last thing I wanted to do for my spring reset. If you did stay to the end of this video, please comment down below the flower emoji. I definitely do want to do more of these like seasonal reset videos as the year goes on. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you're notified every single time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!